Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome back to my video. Before that, good morning Professor Ratmi and also my beloved friends. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kadek. I'm from 3A class English Language Education. So today I would like to tell you about the learning strategies and steps that I will use later in my teaching. So my purpose in making this video is to fulfilling the final project, especially in teaching English as a foreign language. And of course, I want my learning design to be useful for everyone, especially teachers. All right, everyone, we move to the next slide. So as you can see on the slide, there are some contents that I will explain you. So the first one is about skill, and then the second one is about scope. The third one is about implementation. The fourth one is about strength and limitation, and the fifth one is about suggestion for teachers. All right, we move to the next slide. So without further ado, I will emphasize you or explain you about the skill and also scope of these learning strategies. So here I will emphasize about listening skill students, and then in the scope I choose a senior high school 12th grade student, and then I choose news item topic, and also I choose teaching listening, especially listening through problem based learning. And in the theory I use problem based learning because as we know, later I will emphasize listening skill, especially in problem-based learning. All right, we move to the next slide. So everyone here, there are some English material convert that in my learning strategies. So the first one is about use of future tense, and then the second one is about use of present tense, and then the third one is about use of past tense, and then the fourth one is about use of preposition, and then the last one is about use of passive sentence. Okay, everyone, we move to the next implementation of this strategy. So as you can see in the slide, the first one I would like to explain you about the step activity in this implementation. So here I divide this learning activity into three parts. So the first one is about introduction, and then the second one is about core activity, and the last one is about conclusion. So as you can see on the slide, here in introduction activity, the first one, teacher greets student and asks student how they are. So here, teacher asks, how are you? And how do you do? And etc. And then teacher guides the prayer together to the start the class. And then teacher checks student attendance. And then the last one is teacher explain the learning objective of the activity. And then in the core activity, there are some activities. So the first one is teacher introduce the news item material to student, and then teacher form group consisting of 3 students each. So because here we call by collaboration, and then the third one is teacher provide audio of the latest news or issues regarding natural disaster. Because I choose news item topic, so that I choose the latest news of issues regarding natural disasters. And then students listen to the audio while taking notes and on the information that they know about the news given, and then students seek as much information as possible regarding the problem in the news given, and then students discuss the problem in group and build the best solution, and then a student make a list of possible solution that can be given to solve the problem in the news accompanied by document that support the solution. And then the last one, each group present the solution that they get from the problem given. So in the core activity already include 4C, like collaboration, communication, critical thinking, and also creativity. So we move to the closing activity here. So in the closing activity, the first teacher concludes the learning outcomes that have been carried out before, and teacher appreciates all students and the teachers and the lesson by praying together. All right, everyone, this is we call by the step activity that I design implement the teaching learning strategy, especially in listening through problem-based learning. All right, we move to the next slide. All right, everyone, as you can see on the slide, here there are also some media and also tools to support my learning activity. So the first one is about audio, about the latest natural disasters new, because I choose a news item topic, so that I choose natural disaster news. And then the second one is about PowerPoint, and then the third one is internet, and then I also need tools like laptop and also handphone, and then the last one is the meeting application, because in my learning here I choose online learning. All right, everyone, we move to the next slide. So as you can see in the slide, there are some strength of this implementation, this strategy. So the first one is about can facilitate student-centered problem-based learning. So as we can know, in this learning objective or learning strategies here, student will be required to be more active and the teacher only as a facilitator. And then the second one is stimulate student curiosity and critical thinking. As we saw together in problem-based learning, students will be invited to carry out activity that meet in 4C, collaboration, critical thinking, communication, and creativity. So this is will certainly make students able to think critically and have a high curiosity. And then we move to the third strength. So the third strength, there is stimulate the desire to listen, observe, and increase student involvement in solving a problem. And then the fourth one is can make student accustomed to listening and even be able to improve student listening skill. So this is because in this strategy I emphasize listening skill. Then automatically from this application of the strategy, student will be able to improve their listening skill. All right, everyone, we move to the next slide. All right, here there are some limitations of this strategy. So the first one is it takes a long time in the learning process. As we know, everyone, that in problem-based learning, of course, it takes quite a lot of time to solve problem. So therefore, this strategy has this weakness. And then the second was is teacher time difficult to find listening material that is relevant to the student ability level. So as we know together everyone, every student has different abilities and interests. So that the teacher will definitely have difficult finding the right listening material, right? And then the third one or the last one is sometimes students feel that the problem given are difficult to solve. This, of course, will make student lazy to solve the problem that teacher given before, right? All right, everyone, we move to the next slide. So here, I have some suggestion for teacher to implement this strategy effectively. So the first, I suggest teacher must occasionally conduct a learning evaluation with students so that the teacher knows what are the weakness for student in implementation this learning strategy. And then teacher must be able to show or to see how the student abilities are so that it is easy for the teacher to choose the listening material that will be given to student. And then this is the suggestion of that I will give for teacher to implementation the strategy effectively. All right, everyone, we move to the last slide. Okay, everyone. I think that's all about my monologue presentation. I hope you enjoy with my video and this video can be useful for all of you. And hopefully in the future you can overcome the problem that you face related to this strategy, right? Thank you and see you.